said that immigrants are bad people. We love legal immigrants that come here the right way. They are great Americans. I'll tell you a story real quick. I was picked up in a taxi cab the other day in Washington, D.C. Young gentleman driving the taxi cab. I love to talk to people, start talking to him. He's from Ethiopia. He came here legally. He always wanted to be an architect. His cousin was an architect, and he admired him so much, and his cousin had helped him. But in Ethiopia, they tell you what you're going to be. You don't have that choice like you do in America. So he was told he wasn't going to be an architect. He legally immigrated here, worked his butt off, gave it everything he had, worked multiple jobs, got his degree, and was working still more because now he was getting his master's degree. He taught me. He said to me, for God's sake, protect your country. All these illegal immigrants coming here are not good. Legal immigrants are angrier about the illegal ones than anybody else. They did things the right way. They did it by the book. They're good people. We love them. So let's be clear. Cut the nonsense. I'm not directing that to you. And you know, let's also cut the nonsense because it costs money. There's only so much money in this world, and we're going through a lot of budgetary stuff right now. And I make it clear, I'm fighting for Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security. Many of us are on both sides of the aisle. But when you're spending money on this stuff, it's less money for our children. It's less money for our seniors. It's less money for our veterans. It's less money for our disabled because we don't have an endless amount. So when you are spending tax dollars on that, our American people in our cities and in our rural areas and everywhere in between are getting hurt. Let's cut through the nonsense. We're taking things away from them, and it's wrong. You can't have a country without borders. You can't have public safety without law enforcement. You can't have public safety when you're releasing lawbreakers into the community. And not all illegals have committed horrendous crimes, but some have, and we're not checking on it properly. There have been murders, there have been rapes, there have been disfigurements, there has been all kinds of harm done. And when you create a sanctuary city or state, you are compounding that. And you know what? The only thing worse than the illegal people when they come here, especially those that are violent, are the people that condone that and give them benefits and help them to stay here. How wrong is that? They're hurting everybody else who voted for them. I'll give you one example. My home state, the state of New Jersey. Nationwide ICE is currently detaining nearly 48,000 illegals. It's exceeding its funding capacity, which, as you all know, is 41,500 beds. So, in the Northeast, particularly in New Jersey, we face a severe shortage of beds. So what did ICE do? They took action. In New Jersey, they plan to open a 1,000-bed facility in Newark, in Delaney Hall, to relieve the pressure. And guess what? Newark's mayor fought it. He sided with the people who were illegal, the people who are breaking the law. He doesn't want to help in law enforcement. And by that, then you're breaking the law as an elected official. The elected official is a lawbreaker, and it's wrong. We know what happened to Lake and Raleigh. We know what's happened to so many people. We're trying to clean up the chaos that was left behind. Bottom line, I have a couple questions here. So I want to, Sheriff Wagner, you face legal threats for doing what you're doing. Could you tell us a little bit about that real quickly?
Yeah, right now we're being faced with a lawsuit from the Attorney General of Washington State on, in my view, some...
They're suing you for trying to uphold the law. What a crazy world we live in. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but how awful that is.
That's okay.
No, because it pisses me off.
Yeah, I get it. It pisses me off. But the reality is that it's some of the circumstances that have been, it's very political. It's politically driven, and it's unfortunate that we're in that position because we, like I said before, we've had a jail that's been closed for 3 years. I'm not housing people. I use outside entities to do that. I don't have the resources and manpower to go out and round people up out in the fields. Not only that, the other mentioned person that was here earlier, look, we're a small community, and I do have the trust of my community. I have a 2/3 Hispanic population in my workforce at the sheriff's office. I have guys that less than 5 years ago, 6 years ago, maybe 10 years ago, that were illegal, got their citizenship, and they work for me. So I understand the process, and I understand how these people are affected. The whole fear-mongering is coming from both sides, quite frankly. But it does come, and it tries to hit our community because we are a Hispanic population of 34%.
And there's the truth.
That's
There's
the truth. And we unfortunately are dealing with a nationwide problem where the border is the southern border, not the northern yet. And my community is affected because guess what? We fit the mold that needs to be in politics apparently right now.
Thank you for what you do. I yield back.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, I have a UC request. This one is from Newsweek. Donald Trump pardon recipients are being charged with new crimes since their pardons. And this is NPR, January 30th, 2025. January 6 rioters pardoned by Trump had criminal records.
Without objection. Mr. Garcia.
Thank you, Chairman McClintock. Another day and another hearing to distract the country from the dumpster fire of the Trump administration instead of talking about how Trump and Musk are destroying our economy, busting unions, gutting Social Security and Medicaid,